Yes, hello everyone. Welcome on YourPedia platform. I hope your interview preparation is going fine. So guys, as you all know, we have started this interview question series, and through this series, guys, we are discussing important interview questions for your PSU and IIT preparation. So guys, in today's session, we are going to discuss very important question from thermodynamics. Why we say reversible processes are most efficient? So this question can be framed in many ways, like what do you understand by reversible process, why we say reversible processes are more efficient. Can you give me some example of a reversible process? What are the reason behind irreversibility? What do you understand by irreversible process? Why reversible processes are not possible in real life? So lots of question you can get from this very simple topic. And guys, why it is important? Because in entire thermodynamics, like the study which we carry out the study considering a process as a reversible process, and we mention that this is the most efficient process. The performance which we are going to get with the reversible process, that is maximum. The reversible cycle efficiency means Carnot cycle efficiency, that is maximum. You cannot have any cycle operating between the same temperature limit like the Carnot cycle having efficiency more than Carnot cycle. That is impossible. Are you getting the idea? So these type of question you can get, and if you attend next 5-7 minutes, I'm not very sure how much time I'm going to take. So that is going to help you, that is going to build some kind of understanding related to this topic, and you will be definitely, very confidently, you will be able to answer this question. So guys, let's move to this question, why we say reversible processes are more efficient. So first we need to understand some more about reversible process. Reversible process, we define reversible process as a process which can be reversed in its direction without leaving any kind of effect on system and surrounding, without producing any kind of change on system and surrounding, or without any kind of traces on system and surrounding. So a process is a reversible process if it is not producing any kind of traces, if it is not leaving any kind of traces on the system and surrounding. Are you getting? So when you are reversing the system again back to its initial condition, means that there will be no traces on the system, because you are bringing the system again back to the initial condition. But if you are having a reversible process, there must be some kind of traces which are going to remain on the surrounding. So in a reversible process, there will be no traces on the surrounding. So these are the typical definition of a reversible process. So guys, these are the idealized process. These are not really possible. So but when you will have a reversible process, like how you can say ki this is a reversible process, how you can totally define. So guys, if you are having a reversible process, the net heat exchange, the net work exchange between system and surrounding will be zero. It is something like that, like suppose you are supplying some kind of power to a fan. Okay, you are supplying some kind of power to a fan, suppose 50-watt fan, you are supplying some power. So 50-watt power which you supplied, the work which you are producing from that power means the increase in energy, the increase in kinetic energy of the air is also 50-watt. Are you getting the idea? So the 50-watt you supplied, 50-watt work you recovered, because for work we can completely convert, like work which is initially available, electric work, that completely you can convert into work only, because in fan we are carrying out conversion of work into work only. So in real case it is not possible, but theoretically suppose if you will say in fan you are carrying out some kind of reversible conversion, so the 50 work you supplied, 50 work you got, means the net work exchange, like suppose if you will reverse that entire process, the kinetic energy which you are having for that air, if you will again bring that kinetic energy, you will be again able to produce what, 50 watts of the electricity. So if you are having a reversible process, there will be net heat exchange, net work exchange between system and surrounding will be zero. Okay, but it is not really possible. When you are supplying the 50-watt, surely due to the friction between the various parts of a fan, some amount of electricity we are going to lose, and when that work is going to convert into heat, it is never going to be again converted completely. It is not possible to convert completely the heat into work. So the 50-watt work which you supplied, suppose you go to the work, you are getting work 45 watt, so the 5 you lost. So that you can never you will never be able to recover that 5-watt. Are you getting the idea? So these are the typical standard definition of a reversible process. Let us try to understand some more about this. So a reversible process, it can be reversed at any instant. किसी भी instant पे आप इसको क्या कर सकते हो, reverse कर सकते हो. So guys, if we will consider a process something like this is a block at initial condition 1, it is moving from 1 to 2. So when it is moving from 1 to 2, heat is going to generate due to the friction between the various parts, and that heat will go into the surrounding only. वो heat कहाँ जाएगी बच्चों? Heat will go into the surrounding. Okay, so when you are again reversing it, from 1 to 2. So when you are bringing it from 1 to 2, you are getting any kind of work? Yes sir, we are getting work. Why? Because there is a decrease in the potential energy, so you are getting work. But that work will be exactly equal to mgh. Is it possible? Like the potential energy change which you are having, are you will get the same work like mg z1 minus z2? Is it possible? No, no, no. Why? Because the energy, the work which we are having initially, mg z1, that cannot be completely converted into what? The work. Why? Because due to the friction, some amount of work we are going to lose. So the work which you are giving to the surrounding, if you will reverse this direction, you will not be able to supply the same work, because you are not having the entire work which is initially available to you. So the net heat transfer, net work transfer is not zero. So some kind of traces are going to remain on the surrounding, some kind of effects are going to remain on the system and surrounding, some kind of change you are going to produce in the properties of the universe. That's why all real processes are known as what? Irreversible process. So in an irreversible process, we are going to produce some kind of change in the universe. Okay, we are going to observe some kind of change in the properties of the universe. Means the system, the universe, suppose it may be system or surrounding. Suppose for system, you are again reversing back to its initial condition. So for the change in property of the system will be zero if you are again bringing back to its initial condition. But for the surrounding, there must be some change in the properties. Why? Because in any irreversible process, it is not possible to reverse completely. You will be able to reverse, suppose for the system, but there must be some kind of effect you are going to observe on the surrounding. Okay, so in a real process, there must be something like entropy generation. That entropy generation will be there. So the property of the universe are going to change. Entropy is the property, guys, you know very well. But in a reversible process, this entropy change will be zero. It is something like that. You are having a suppose system. This is a system at temperature T, same T. This is your source, which is also at temperature T. You are supplying heat Q from this source to this system. So what is the decrease in entropy of the system, guys? What is the decrease in entropy of the source? Because source is supplying Q amount of heat. So the change in entropy of the surrounding is what? Surrounding means this is surrounding, or what you can say source, because these are the two bodies which are interacting. So this is system, this is surrounding only. So what is the change in entropy of the source or surrounding? That is minus Q by T, because it is supplying energy. What is the change in entropy of the system? That is Q by T. It is taking energy. It is at a constant temperature T, and its entropy is going to increase. And what is the net entropy change, guys? That is zero if you are reversibly adding heat. So guys, actually the non-equilibrium between the system and surrounding, that is going to cause the irreversibility. Generally we say that friction is the cause. Friction is one of the cause. Friction is one of the major cause for irreversibility, because due to friction, some amount of work is converting into heat. And when work is converting into heat, the conversion of that heat into work completely is not possible. So there must be some kind of decrease, some kind of loss of work, and that loss of work is nothing but that is irreversibility. Are you getting the idea? But if you are having a system and surrounding which are all the times in equilibrium, means there is every time, like when you are carrying out a kind of energy conversion between system and surrounding, they are in equilibrium all the times. If they are in equilibrium, then definitely in that process the entropy generation, entropy change of the universe will be zero. So the process will become what? The process will become a reversible process. So the non-equilibrium between system and surrounding, that produces irreversibility. Okay, so if there is equilibrium between system and surrounding, they are all the times they are in equilibrium, the process will become what? Reversible. That's why, you know, a quasi-static frictionless process we define as a reversible process. Frictionless, so that there will be no loss in work due to the conversion of work into heat. Quasi-static means so that we will have a succession of infinite number of equilibrium state, so that each and every moment the system and surrounding, they will remain in the equilibrium condition. Okay, guys, it is very much related to our daily life. Like suppose if I will give you one example. For example, there are two friends. Okay, suppose there are two friends. This is A and B. These are two friends, guys. Okay, A and B. So if there is equilibrium, for example, there is very much good equilibrium between A and B. So if there is equilibrium between A and B, what it means? It means they are like the two bodies with single soul. They are two bodies, they are two different person, but they are single soul. Why? Because there is no differences between A and B. Okay, they are going to put their effort very equally, very strongly in one direction. So the work output will be very high, work output will be more. But in real case, you know, that is actually that is not good to expect something like that. We will have a two-person with single soul? It is not possible, because two different person, surely they will have two different soul, they will have different thinking, and yes, if they are having different thinking, they will have some kind of differences. So even in a family, like, you know, different persons which actually grow in a same kind of society, same kind of enclosure, then also they are having different perspective. Okay, so there are differences in a real system, in a real life we are having differences. Okay, so due to the differences, due to the non-equilibrium between them, he will think, yes, this vehicle I'm going to push, but this person is thinking, no, it is not possible, it is not possible, it is, this task is very difficult, or this is not possible by two persons, he is thinking, and he is not putting entire its efforts. Okay, or it may be something like that, if differences are very high, very you can say very more in between these two, so it may be the case ki this person is trying to push the vehicle in this direction, but he is thinking, nay, it is better to push in that direction. Are you getting? So if more is the differences, less will be the work output. This is very much related to our daily life. Another scenario which you can analyze, there are different gas molecules. If they are putting their energy, putting their effort in one direction, so the work output will be more, the entropy will be less, entropy change will be less. Are you getting? But if the randomness, the disorder of the molecule is very high, so there must be reversibility, there will be some kind of loss in the available energy, there will be loss in the work potential. We will not be able to get that maximum work. So what I want to say, guys, if the process is occurring in a very slow manner, such that each and every moment the system is sounding, they are in equilibrium, so you are going to get the maximum work if you are producing work by the system, or you need to supply the minimum work if you are doing work on the system. It is not like that in a reversible process work will be maximum. It is not good to say. Why? You need to say, sir, if we are having a reversible process, we need to analyze it is we want to analyze the work done by the system or work done on the system. So if there is some kind of reversible process happening inside a system and you want to get the work done by the system, that will be maximum. So the system under reversible processes is going to produce maximum work. But if you are doing work on the system and suppose reversibly processes, then that work will be minimum. Are you getting? So in a reversible process, work may be maximum, minimum, it depends. The system is going to produce the work or you are doing work on the system. So I think you got the idea why non-equilibrium between system and surrounding causes what? Irreversibility. So guys, non-equilibrium is, you know what is equilibrium? In thermodynamics, we define equilibrium as chemical equilibrium, mechanical equilibrium, phase equilibrium and thermal equilibrium. So if all these equilibriums are there, then the system and surrounding, they are known as in equilibrium. If there is no non-equilibrium between system and surrounding, that is going to cause irreversibility, external irreversibility. So the major cause of internal irreversibility is friction. Inside the system, the cause of irreversibility is friction and the conversion of work into heat dissipation effect. So that is inside the system. The cause of irreversibility between system and surrounding is non-equilibrium, that is known as external irreversibility. So there are two types of irreversibility, internal as well as external. So if there is no internal irreversibility as well as there is no external irreversibility, that process is known as a reversible process. So in Carnot cycle, we assume we are adding some kind of heat at what? The system where we are adding it, the source from where we are adding it, both are at same temperature. So the net entropy change of the universe is zero, means there is no change in the properties of the universe. So guys, what you need to understand, like suppose if there is a dam, this is some dam and there is some water available, you are producing some kind of work out of that. Okay, so what is the potential here? What is the work potential here? mgz. Mgz is the work potential here. So are you able to, can we get that same amount of work here turbine? No. The work produced by the turbine will be lesser than that, lower than that. Why? Because there are so many losses which are going to happen when this water is going to move from this dam to the turbine. For example, let us consider this process is reversible. So if this process is reversible, the work potential which you are having and the work you are producing, both are same, both are equal. Why? Because in reversible process we defined, what we defined? Ki there will be net work transfer, net heat transfer between the system and surrounding will be zero. So this is your system, it is having some work potential mgz, you moved the state, means the water you moved from here to here, the state of the system is changing, you produce some kind of W work which is equal to mgz. Now the same work you want to supply to again move this water from this level to this level. You can easily move by attaching a pump. Okay, but Is it possible in real life? No, it is not possible, because the potential which you are having here, that we are going to lose due to the different losses. So in a reversible process, the work potential which you are having, the work potential where you are having at this particular point, both are same. There is no loss in work potential, and if there is no loss in work potential in a reversible process, then what you can say, the irreversibility will be zero. And if there is no loss in work potential, then we can say that process is the most efficient process. That is the reason we say reversible processes are the most efficient processes, because in reversible processes there is no loss in work potential, there is no loss in available energy, there is no irreversibility in the system. You got the point, guys? So why we say reversible processes are most efficient? Okay, and they are going to give us the maximum efficiency. So delta S generation will be zero. T naught delta S generation means irreversibility, means loss in work potential will be zero in a reversible process. So I hope these things are clear to you. Let us now move to the examples of a reversible process. What example you can give for a reversible process? So a frictionless motion of an object, isothermal compression or expansion of a gas, electrolysis, guys. If you are carrying out the electrolysis with no resistance of electrolyte, if there is electrolysis you are carrying out but there is no resistance of the electrolyte, then that process also is known as a reversible process. Compression expansion of a spring without any hysteresis loss, that is also a kind of reversible process. Okay, so in a reversible process, work produced will be maximum if it is done by the system, otherwise it will be minimum if it is done on the system. Okay, so I hope you got the point. What is reversible process and why we say a quasi-static reversible process is a quasi-static frictionless process is a reversible process. Okay, and guys, what is the need? Like next question which you can face, they can ask you, okay, fine, you defined reversible process, why they are more efficient, what are reversible processes, why they are not possible in real life? Because is it possible to remove friction 100%? It is not possible. There must be some kind of resistance will be there. You are carrying out the electrolysis, but some resistance will be there. You cannot say ki exact it is zero. So in a real case, like suppose if you will take a cup of tea and you place that cup of tea inside a room, so that tea is cooling down, because the tea is at high temperature, it is going to reject its heat to the surrounding due to the temperature difference. Heat is going to transfer by temperature difference only. So then how it is possible to transfer the heat with at same temperature? Because this is the source, this is the system, you are adding heat at same temperature. How it is possible in real life? It is not possible. There must be some kind of temperature difference for the movement of heat, otherwise that process will become infinitesimally slow. Why infinitesimally slow? Means the process will become very slow. Okay, very slowly the process is going to happen. Why? Because when the temperature difference is very less, the rate of heat transfer will be very small, and if the rate of heat transfer is very small, the process is going to take infinite amount of time. It is going to take infinite amount of time, means the process is very slow. So this is not possible in real life. Are you getting? Real life processes like any cup of tea, the water falling from a hill, lots of different processes. Okay, so there must be some kind of loss in work potential, there must be some kind of irreversibility. All real processes are irreversible in nature because they are having association of some kind of friction and the non-equilibrium between system and surrounding. Because due to non-equilibrium only the energy is going to move, the heat is going to move from high temperature to low temperature. So all real processes are irreversible. But what we say real process, these ideal processes, a kind of hypothetical process which is having no no losses, that is known as a reversible process. So I hope this you got some kind of basic understanding about a reversible process. What is a reversible process? Why we say it is a most efficient process, and easily you will be able to defend if you will face this type of question. Again we will meet guys and we will discuss some more important interview questions. So please keep revising, and if you face any kind of doubt query, you can reach to me very easily. You can shoot your query in the comment section, YouTube also, and if you are connected with us, then directly you can shoot your query to me. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and keep preparing. Good luck.